Okay, folks, I wanted to show you how I do my product photography. And what you are going to see is pretty much exactly how I do it. So this is not, you're not getting some pretty edited film studio deal. This is how I run my my photography. So the first thing I'll show you here, I actually have a ring light, as you can tell, and on the stand of the ring light is a holder that holds my phone at a nice angle, and I am a fan of using what you have. So for me, it makes sense to just use this. Now you'll notice I'm outside. I have this pavilion that's like undercover, and I get good light here. So this is where I do it, and I just bring this whole stand outside because it stands up nice and high. I can stand it on the ground, but it does what I need it to do. The reason why I have it on this holder is I use this Bluetooth trigger that I turn on, and I use it to trigger my pictures. And in a minute, I'll show you why that's really nice. And then over here, when I work on what I'm photographing, I have these. I got a big stack of these clear IKEA trays, and I love working on these trays just because they're easy and they stack or whatever. So what I bring out is just a plain linen bust that I use for my necklaces, whatever I'm photographing, and then a big piece of white poster board. And this here is a photo tent, and I'm going to show you here how it works. So let's see if I'm going to be able to prop this up in a way that you can see exactly how I do it. No, probably not. Okay. So try to do this. Again, I am not a videographer, so this is as good as it gets, folks. So it comes out of the bag, and it looks like this. And it literally, they call it a pop-up tent because it literally pops up. And I open it up, and here I have my tent. Alright, so now I have my tent set up, and you see I move my tray down, I have my tent opened up, it popped out of that little bag, which is really nice because it makes it easy to store. So now you'll see I have some sunlight coming in, and it'll be a little bit uneven, but that's okay because it's bright outside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big piece of white paper, and I'm going to put it right in here. And you see how I put it in so the back kind of curves down. There's no angles and edges there. Now when we back up, you see that you're going to be able to see around it, but it's okay because when it comes time to edit the pictures, that's where we're going to edit that out, and we're going to be able to turn that all to pure. All right, so now what I've done is I've just placed my linen bust right there in the middle, and I have my tray of necklaces sitting right down here. And now I'm going to put a necklace on, and then I'm going to position my phone for where I want the picture to take. So let's see, we'll line a necklace up there like that. Okay, that looks good. It's all even. Now I'm ready to start taking the pictures. I have my tripod set up with my phone right here in the holder. I have, you can see along the slider here, I can adjust the sunlight up or down. I'm going to adjust it up a little bit, but because we're going to adjust the pictures after I take them, we don't want to make it too bright or you won't have a good picture to edit. And as I mentioned before, I have my Bluetooth remote set. So when it looks like the necklace is lined up properly, I'm just going to click and click. I usually take two just in case. It's going to be exactly the same picture. But that way I can edit one or I can crop in on one and not have to worry about copying and saving. So now it is as easy as, I'm going to take this necklace off and I'm going to put this necklace on. I'm going to make sure that it's lined up properly. Now because the camera didn't move, all I have to do is click, click, And I know that I got that picture. Now I'm going to take this one off, and I'm going to put this one on. I'm going to make sure it's even, and I'm going to click, click. And it's as simple as that. You can see how setting this up this way is going to make your photography go a lot faster. It's probably a little bit more time on the front end setting everything up, but once you have all that set up, you're just going to keep going through, take off this one, put on this one, make sure it's lined up properly, and you're just going to keep firing away. That's it.
I use an Android, so I edit my photos in Google Photos. You can use iPhoto if that's easier. The first thing I do is crop the photo to a square, which is the best setting for Shopify and Etsy. You can use the touchscreen to zoom in and edit the light settings. So the first thing that I'm going to do is edit the light with the whites. Then I will go to the exposure to brighten it up a little bit. Then I will go down to the blacks, which is going to bring up that pop of depth. You want to play around with this to kind of see what looks best. Then I edit the saturation of the color, and I add a little bit of pop to make it a more fine finish. Now we've taken more than one picture, so you can play around with how you want to edit it. Because I've taken 2 pictures, I am going to want to go ahead and zoom in and take a nice close shot of the collage part of the necklace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch in real close on that collage so that I can feature that particular part of it. I'm going to keep it as a square, and I'm also going to go in and edit the same, the light and the colors. Now I'm going to go and open up a free Google app called Snapseed. I really like using the Snapseed app to edit in light on particular parts of the photo. So you can open up the photo that you want to work on, and then in the Tools area here, you are going to go to Selective, and then you're going to touch the area that you want to brighten up, and across the top you'll slide it, and you'll see that just that particular area brightens up. You can do that in all the different areas of your photo that you want to lighten up without blowing out or brightening up the entire photo. This is a really nice feature for those of us with product photos, and it also helps to even out the light balance, since if you recall, when I was taking the photos, the light was a little bit uneven in how it was coming in. Then you just go ahead and you save it. I save all of my photos to Google Photos because that's easier for me, and then I will later on move the edited photos over to my Dropbox.